Wrestling fans, welcome to the July edition of the MWF Superstar Zone. I'm Dan Mirade. Past few months, we have been going back to Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada for the 47th annual Cauliflower Alley Club reunion. We've seen some tremendous awards and speeches, heartfelt, from Stone Cold Steve Austin and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, presentations by Jim Ross and Sergeant Slaughter. However, tonight, we hit the pause button due to a situation that popped up over the weekend. Via Facebook, I came in touch with old friend, legendary Ugandan Giant Kamala. He is going through some extremely difficult times right now, as he's going to explain. He's going to be our guest in a few moments. If you are unfamiliar with the story, I will leave it at that. I'm going to let James, Kamala, tell the story himself in his own way. I just briefly want to touch upon a few things. The MWF's anniversary summer kicks off Saturday, July the 14th at MWF Red, White, and Bruised as we return to the great state of North Carolina, Pembroke, North Carolina Middle School. More information on that, check out the MWF South page on MWFNorthCarolina.com. And then the big one, MWF CARES Day, wrestling's first online cyber charity event, which is going to help now Kamala, as well as the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Special Olympics, Big Brothers, Cauliflower Alley Club, and John Layfield's Beyond Rugby Bermuda. All great causes. When we originally planned MWF CARES Day, I wasn't fully aware to the extent of what Kamala was going through. We're going to be doing some fun things to try and help Kamala in the next few months, both on MWF CARES Day on July the 15th, MWF Big Bang Birthday Bash, our 11th anniversary event on September 22nd in Melrose, Massachusetts. Still trying to work out the details on that. Again, I'm literally less than 48 hours into this situation, but we're going to do a good thing. I know on the 15th, at the very least, we are going to have a 2012 Royal Rumble pay-per-view chair up for grabs. We're going to do it auction style. The winner gets the chair. 100% of the proceeds goes to Kamala. Of course, there'll be a separate charge for the shipping of it, but every dime you auction, bid, and so on goes to Kamala himself to help with his life and his medical costs. Right now, we're going to take a brief time out. We owe WWE many thanks for the tremendous things they have done for us. And when we come back, we will be joined by the one, the only, Kamala, the Ugandan Giant.
The Bash is back. For the first time ever on Sci-Fi, the Great American Bash is on Super SmackDown Live. This Tuesday, WWE celebrates Independence Day when we unleash our unique brand of fireworks, blasts, and explosions with the Great American Bash Battle Royal. Starring Alberto Del Rio, Daniel Bryan, The Big Show, World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, WWE Champion CM Punk, The Unstoppable John Cena, and many more. It's Super SmackDown Live, the Great American Bash. Live this Tuesday at 8, 7 Central, only on Sci-Fi.
Wrestling fans, welcome back to the July edition of the MWF Superstar Zone. I am proud to be joined by the one, the only, the Ugandan Giant Kamala, longtime friend of ours here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing okay, everybody. As the old saying says, about as well as can be expected.
Well, it has been a difficult journey for you. I touched upon it in the beginning of the program, but I feel the best way to really tell this story, James, where we want to do so much for you here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, is just basically have you tell your story your way, the medical situation you have faced. Then we can get into some of the positive stories about what we're going to try and do in the coming months.
Okay, well, I've had diabetes for over 20 years. But, you know, my diabetes is really under control. I don't have to take any shots and very little medication. I take maybe one pill a day, and sometimes it'd be once or twice a week. Like my doctor said, whenever my diabetes is up, then I take it. But they stay under control pretty well on their own. But I have high blood pressure, so I take medicine every day for that. And what my problem is, the circulation in my leg. And back in October, I had to go on dialysis. So I do dialysis 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And after I went in for dialysis, I had like a blister on my toe.
Mm-hmm.
And so the doctor looked at it, so he gave me some kind of antibiotic through the IV while I was in there doing dialysis. And that didn't help, so it came on the other two toes, and they ended up having to amputate my toes. So they took my toes off. This is all on my left leg. After they took them off, they wouldn't heal, so they had to take my foot off. So they take my foot off on my left leg, and it wouldn't heal, so they had to go above the knee. And that's where the good circulation was, above the knee. And the same exact thing on the other leg. Only thing, they didn't start with my toes, they started with my foot, and my foot wouldn't heal, so they just went on and amputated it above the knee. So they both doing fine now.
That's really a sad, unbelievable story. This all took place in October of 2011.
Well, now they didn't take my leg, I go above the knee on my first leg, left leg, until December 21st. And then that was the whole leg then. And the next leg was just recently here, April the 30th, they took it off.
That is sadly an unbelievable story, James. To have so much happen in such a short period of time. Basically, I mean, other than that scab, was there any kind of indication that you had these issues? I mean, you knew you had the diabetes, but other than that, was there any kind of anything to warn you, or maybe you look back at it and say, geez, maybe if I thought of this, or...
Well, yes, because my primary doctor kept telling me that I need to go on dialysis. And she told me about 3 years ago, she's been telling me ever since, that I need to go on dialysis, but I just kept fighting it. I didn't want to be tied down. And she said, you're going to start losing body parts, but I didn't believe her. So that's exactly what happened.
Unbelievable. So I understand, the left foot you said wound up having a scab on your toes. What wound up happening with the right leg? Was it the same thing, or?
Same exact thing.
It all started with the scab and it just progressed?
Yes. Yes, it started with blisters on my toes, then sore come on the side of my feet and on my heel, and they tried to heal them, but they wouldn't heal, so they had to take my foot off because I was in so much pain.
Unbelievable, James. Again, it is so sorry to hear that. Fans may or may not know that you have had, post your full-time wrestling career, a tremendous life as a truck driver. And now, I mean, I imagine that has certainly complicated that a great deal, where you had your own truck. Yeah,
I had my own trucks at one time, and after fuel got so high, and I just couldn't make no money with my trucks, so I sold my trucks, and I started driving for a friend of mine, and I stayed there for about 10 years, which I was doing real well. But after they took my legs off and kept taking legs off, then my whole world just fell apart because I can't drive nothing now. And I can't even drive a car right now because, I don't have the controls that goes on the steering wheel for handicapped people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, one day I will drive again, but I won't be able to drive trucks.
So right now, basically, you're in a need of A, you need, prosthetic legs, and then B, you need some kind of a handicapped accessible vehicle.
That would be, yes, that's what I need. And, I have insurance. I had the Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the guy made my first leg, my left leg, he made the prosthetic for it. But now he won't make the prosthetic for the other one because I just got a call Thursday. It was one day this week. The Blue Cross Blue Shield, that's the insurance that I have.
Yes.
That they were not going to pay for my prosthetic, and so they wouldn't pay for the one that he just made.
So the man made the prosthetic leg, I imagine, for your left, but the insurance company won't pay for it now that it's already made?
Yeah, that it's already made, and I have it here in the house with me, but it's no good without the other one. And he said that Blue Cross Blue Shield authorized them to go ahead. He said he wouldn't have made it if they hadn't authorized him, but they authorized them to make it.
That is unbelievable. So right now, basically, Blue Cross Blue Shield is preventing you from being able to get a prosthetic right leg so you can have some mobility and, life activity again, to be able to work, to be able to navigate around where you live?
Right. So I'm going to give them a call Monday, tomorrow, and try to find out what's going on.
These insurance companies are James, this is my own personal opinion now, but some of them are the biggest group of scumbags ever put on the face of the planet. They thrive off of making a profit off of people that are sick, that are dying, that are in unfortunate situations like yours. They can sit back and line their pockets with green, fill Washington with the lobbyists so they have the politicians in their pockets, and then a good, hard-working man like you has a left prosthetic leg in his home that he cannot use, but you cannot get the right one made. I think that's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. I think so, too. And it really broke my heart, too, when the guy told me I had an appointment with him to go back to see him so he can get started on my right leg. And he told me that he think we need to wait because they hadn't paid for that one and said they wasn't going to pay for it. I asked him, did he refile it? He said he refiled it 3 times.
I'm actually taking notes as we speak, James. The man that made the leg had to refile it 3 times with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That's what he told me. Well, his secretary told me. She's the one that called me.
Now, see, but you didn't. When we have spoken via email over the past few days, you didn't even mention that part to me. And honestly, I'm disgusted right now because through my own unfortunate experiences, I know how these scumbag insurance companies work. They're trying to make a profit. They don't want to help you. It's more money in their pocket if they don't make that leg.
Yeah, I know.
People need to get on top of this. I'm just, it's bringing back a lot of memories in my own life right now, and I hate to know what you're going through right now. It's despicable. Right. Do you know offhand, James, how much does this leg cost, retail?
I really don't know what it costs. I really don't.
Okay. But the left one is made, and it's actually in your home right now.
Yes, it's in my home right now.
But you can't do anything with it. That is unbelievable.
No.
So with all these people that you've dealt with, how do they expect you to be able to go out and work and earn a living if you can't walk?
That's what I don't understand. And, because I want to get up and I still want to do something. I want to be able to do something to earn a few bucks some kind of way.
It is unbelievable. Have you been in touch with maybe a legal advocate or people within the community where you live that could help and deal with some of these scum from Blue Cross? I want to speak to the people from Blue Cross. I'm so PO'd right now.
Yeah, they just told me this. I think it was Thursday or Friday, they called me on my cell phone and told me this. No, it was a Thursday because I was on dialysis. They called me when I was on dialysis.
Oh, what a great call to get while you're on dialysis to begin with. And there's no real reason why they will not pay for this right leg to be made.
They said they didn't give them a reason.
They didn't give him a reason. Well, I really think we need to find out what it may be. I have some thoughts that I'll share with you privately. But, James, what has the reaction from the wrestling community been like since this happened, whether it be the fans, different promotions, friends that you worked with, some of your peers?
Well, the friends that I work with, they calls me and text me a lot, and the wrestling fans, they always on top of what's going on, and they emails me and send their prayers and everything to me. And Coco Beware is about the only wrestler that I know that he lives here in Memphis, and he calls me on a regular basis.
You hear from Coco Beware regularly?
Yes, yeah, he called me quite often. But anybody else, nobody else, don't know anybody else call.
Really? No one from present day wrestling or anyone else you used to work with when you were a major star in the 80s and 90s? No one you've heard from?
I heard from Moondog Rex. I heard from him one time. And I can't think of right now. I heard from Jimmy Hart when it first happened, but he called and left a message. He said he was going to call back. That was back way last year, but I hadn't heard nothing else from him.
Well, it's a very disappointing story to hear. You'd wish that there was more that could be done for the veterans of this great sport. I know WWE has their great program that helps those with drug problems, anyone that's ever been under contract with them. But there are also health situations like this where you could still be out, about, and productive every day if you could just get that right leg made and if you had a handicapped accessible vehicle. I don't understand why this insurance company is basically trying to hold your life hostage.
I don't understand it.
Well, I don't either, but well, again, I have some private thoughts I'll share with you off the air on that. So right now, I mean, what is the future? What is the present? I mean, what is your day-to-day life like? I know you have dialysis a few times a week, but what are you limited to? What can you do right now?
You mean as far as work?
Between work and just your everyday life activity.
Well, I can't do nothing right now. I'm not just confined to that wheelchair. I can, take my own shower and everything, get in the shower. I can dress myself, and only thing my wife do for me is just drive. Just drive me, that's it.
Okay.
Everything else, because I got a strong upper body, I can do for myself.
You had a strong upper body. We all know that from all the years we've seen you in the ring. There's no denying that.
Yeah, and I guess that's about it. There's a lot of other things I would like to do if I could drive.
Right.
And I still, write songs and stuff like that. And hopefully one day somebody would like my lyrics that's real famous, and take a hold to them, and I get a chance to make a few bucks that way.
Well, I'll tell you, we had you in Boston back in, I believe it was the fall of 2005, and you sang me a couple of those songs, and they were on the money. If you were in a better mood right now, I'd try and ask you to sing me a song, because that's how much I enjoy your music. It's tremendous, James.
Yeah, thank you. But yes, so that's something that I enjoy doing, and I don't know of anything else that I might be able to do to try to bring in a few ducks.
Are you still able to travel, even in the wheelchair right now, or is that pretty much out of the question?
I have to set myself up as, I say, for instance, if I'm coming to Boston, I never done this before, but I'm pretty sure that I can fly, but I don't know, it's such a big wheelchair, I don't know how they would get me on the plane.
Right.
Down those little narrow aisle. And then after I get there, it ain't no problem after I get there. If they get me on there, they can get me off. And I'm pretty sure they have me some kind of way I can ride something, because I can get on anything they got to ride.
I just think that where there is, the possibility of even, where you can't, compete in the ring anymore, even autograph photo sessions and meet and greets and so on, just to get the word out there that, you can get around if we can get you on the right airline. I believe you fly out of Memphis, correct?
Yes, I do.
Well, I know we'd love to have you back here in Boston, James. We have some fundraising ideas we're going to do. We want to help you get the leg. We want to see, whatever you do with the money is at your discretion. But I will say that on July the 15th, 2 weeks from this interview, when we have our MWF CARES Day event, it's wrestling's first online cyber charity event. It was originally scheduled to help out just 5 charities we work with: Make-A-Wish, Special Olympics, Big Brothers, the Cauliflower Alley Club, and John Layfield's Beyond Rugby Bermuda. But once I heard your story the other day, James, I was so moved and touched. I said, we have to do something about it. Where it's only been 48 hours, I'm still racking my brain, and I'm still working on a few things. I don't want to get people's hopes up and so on. But I do know that on July the 15th, fans from across the United States can bid on a 2012 WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view chair. If you were at the Royal Rumble, you had to have a $500 ticket to get this chair. Otherwise, there was no possible way to buy it. This chair is in mint condition, donated by WWE. On July the 15th, they don't have to come to a wrestling event in Boston. It's any fan in the United States can bid on this item, and 100% of the proceeds are going to go in Kamala's pocket to help with whether it be your right leg being made, money towards a vehicle, whatever you choose to do with it. And like I said, we also have some other ideas for our next big live event we have in September. This is a story that needs to be told, it needs to be heard, and it should not be forgotten. In wrestling, it's very easy to hear a story and say, that's too bad, maybe send someone an email and say, hope you get better. But we want to be active in trying to help you get a solution to this and see you active again, as you are a good man.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
So, again, July the 15th, James, I'm going to show you some pictures of it a little bit later on so you can see exactly what it is that the fans can win. You can put it up on your Facebook page. You are very active on Facebook. Do you want to give out that link?
Facebook?
Yes, your Facebook page.
Yeah, James Kamala Harris. Let me see, I don't forget what it is.
Just go to Facebook.com. If you type in James Kamala Harris, it'll bring you right to his page. There's a picture of him, and who's that lovely lady in that photo with you, James?
That's my granddaughter.
That's your granddaughter. All right, well, another reason for you to get out there and get active and get healthy again. We want to find out what Blue Cross is up to. We need to get you this right leg. The left leg sitting in a box in your home really isn't doing you a lot of good.
No, it's doing no good right now.
And I will also, if you like, James, I know you've produced a lot of CDs, a lot of your music, which I think is phenomenal. If you like, we will distribute those to the fans on July the 15th. And again, 100% of that money is yours if you want to send them to us. That's up to you. I'd love to be able to help you in that way, too. I know there's a lot of fans that would support an effort like that.
Yeah. Right now, my mixer that I record them off, I have 100 songs on, and I can't get them off right now. So I called Fosdick in California, and they don't know if they can get them off. So maybe I can get them up to Memphis somewhere, and they can get my songs off of there, and I can put them on a CD. Right now, they're on a hard disk.
Oh, they're on. I see what you mean. Oh,
yeah, they're on a hard disk.
Oh boy,
yeah.
So you don't even have a CD right now?
No, I really don't.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, I really. I may have one or two around here, but they don't have a lot of songs on them.
Well, again, that's something you and I can talk about off the air. But if there's a way we can make it happen, I would be more than happy to distribute those July 15th on MWF CARES Day. And again, if we do sell Kamala's music, 100% of that money will go to Kamala for his life expenses, as we really need to get the wrestling community involved with this. I think that's one of the biggest problems, as you and I had discussed previously, is that there are more people that need to care out there about what goes on with the old-timers. Just because they're not on TV anymore every week, that doesn't mean that they're forgotten souls. That is so true.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if I was on TV some kind of way, but unfortunately, I'm not. But I'm on the Internet, and I stay active on the Internet on Facebook as often as I can.
Well, I have some ideas that I'm going to run by you once we have a chance to speak at the conclusion of the interview that I think maybe will help even more. I know on July 15th, at the very least, fans are going to have a chance to win an item that if you went on eBay or something like that is selling for hundreds of dollars, that being the 2012 WWE pay-per-view Royal Rumble chair, thanks to WWE. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I know there's a lot of will in the MWF to try and see the right thing done by you, and I can tell by the sound in your voice that you are very determined to get things moving in the right direction in your life.
Yes, I am, because I've had a big setback, but I always believe that I will one day, get back on the road again. I won't be driving a truck, but what I mean by get back on the road will be where I can walk again, get around and drive. I'll be kind of independent again in that way.
Well, you've got a lovely wife, lovely granddaughter, other family members. They want to see it happen. All of your fans from around the world, they want to see it happen. It's just a matter of getting everything together and making it happen. And I think we can do it, James. I just need to get as much information as we can about what's going on with these situations, and then hopefully there's going to be a bright light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope so, because I'm looking for that.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long, James. I know you're worn down 3 days a week alone just by dialysis, never mind trying to navigate through life and deal with these insurance companies. Hopefully we can speak again soon. Maybe get an update on what's going on with Blue Cross and the right leg and everything. But again, fans, it is very important that you join us on BostonWrestling.com Sunday, July the 15th. It's wrestling's first ever online cyber charity event. It's never been done before. It's something we want to do because we enjoy giving back to the community. When I think about how I'd like the little Mirades to live and be, I would want them to be active in endeavors like this, and yours has certainly pulled on the strings of my heart. We're going to have all kinds of autographed items available, pay-per-view chairs, T-shirts. I wish I had known about James' situation earlier because I would have had more time to work on it, but they always say to put busy work in busy hands, and my hands are always busy if nothing else. So at the very least, we're going to have this, unreal pay-per-view chair from the 2012 Royal Rumble available that any fan in the United States can win. Most of the time when we do these auctions and raffles and so on, you have to be at the MWF Live event to be able to claim the prize. It's, pretty simple. But where we're doing this unique event, fans from anywhere can win it. Any Kamala fan in the United States can bid on this chair, and 100% of the money that you pay is going to go in Kamala's pocket, and I think that is pretty cool.
I really think so, and I do appreciate it, and God bless their heart for each and every one of my fans and friends, and you too, Dan, for making this happen. I really do appreciate it. You just don't know how much.
Well, James, like I said, this isn't something we're going to talk about once and forget about. I really want to see the right thing happen. I don't think Blue Cross Blue Shield should hold your life hostage from you being able to go out and be active and do the things that you want to do and enjoy on your body. And then James Kamala Harris can be the person he was meant to be at this point in his life, and really positive things will start to happen for you.
Well, I do appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it.
But the game is far from over.
Brock Lesnar, Triple H, SummerSlam.
This Monday, Brock Lesnar answers Triple H's SummerSlam challenge. Will Brock Lesnar bring the pain? WWE Raw Super Show. Live this Monday at 9, 8 Central, only on USA.
Born into wealth, WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio has everything money can buy. He swims in pools filled with champagne. He eats his nachos with only the finest caviar. He also has a personal ring announcer who does a lot more than announce. But at WWE Money in the Bank, he'll have to get his money the hard way. Earn it. Live Sunday, July 15th, only on pay-per-view.